Top three things to avoid when hiring a recruiting mentor or coach. Number one, guarantees. If you're on a consultation with a recruiting coach and they start giving you guarantees and telling you that you can make 3 or 4 placements within 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, and you can make $30,000, et cetera, run for the hills. Okay, guys, I have been in recruiting for 25 plus years. I've started recruiting companies, I've scaled them, I've sold them, and it always took me more than a year to get where I really want it to be and gain momentum and have a lot of good anchor clients to where I could pay my bills and feel good about the journey that I was on and having success and a long-term future with the company. It is extremely difficult to have a successful recruiting business within 30 days, 60 or 90 days. Anyone who tells you differently, I would be extremely wary. And I feel that's a major red flag. And more importantly, it's irresponsible for recruiting coaches to even go there. I also know there's some coaches out there that will give you guarantees, your money back if you don't get a placement, but they have a laundry list of things that you have to follow in order to meet that guarantee. So be very careful about that. I never give guarantees. It's irresponsible in my opinion. I always tell people it's going to take 6 months, a year to really get traction with your recruiting business. And if you don't have capital to hang in there for that, then do not move forward with me in my program. I only want to set people up for success. Okay, number 2, player coach. So if any of you play golf, tennis, any sport, let me ask you a question. Let's go back to the golf analogy. Would you rather have somebody teaching you your golf swing who is currently playing golf on the tour? Let's compare, contrast Rory McIlroy from Gary Player. Would you rather have Rory McIlroy teaching you how to play golf or Gary Player? I'd rather have Rory McIlroy. He's in the trenches. He's having to play tournaments every weekend. He's always working on his swing. It's his livelihood. So again, be careful when you're looking to hire a recruiting coach if they haven't been in recruiting for quite some time. I would always ask that question. Can you show me your most recent placement? Are you currently operating a recruiting business, or do you just give advice and coach? All right, number 3, how much do you dislike coming to a one-on-one consultation with somebody else that you didn't see on a video on TikTok or YouTube or online, right? So the person who's sitting there telling you all the great things and really resonating with you isn't the person that shows up to that first phone call. Maybe it's a VA, right? So be careful of that as well. All right. So you always want to come to a phone call and have that person on that call with you. It's going to assure you that going forward, they're going to be your coach and you'll have them every week. Any problems, objections, or hurdles that you have, you want to talk to that person. Ultimately, that's why you're hiring this person, because of them. They are the asset. They are the value that you're paying for. All right. So be careful with, I'd always ask the question to a recruiting coach, who will I be working with going forward? And in addition to that, how does this program work? Are you going to send me a bunch of literature and videos and homework assignments that I have to plug into and then you'll get back to me in a few weeks? Like, I really want to know the schedule here. I want to be able to work with you weekly, talk with you weekly. What is the time capacity? What are the limitations, et cetera? Have a very clear expectation of that. Okay. And finally, a bonus here that you want to look out for with recruiting coaches is anyone who's pitching automation. Automation, they're always talking about that. They have tools for automation. All right. Be careful, because those are old hat strategies, guys. And in recruiting, automation is not the best strategy. It needs to be more personalized, and you need to create a lot of content and education for your ideal client profiles or your ideal candidate profiles. So I'd be cautious of that if their program is heavy on automation. And the last thing I'll tell you is anyone who's telling you to go out there and get recs for 10% or 15% direct hire fees and go after low-hanging fruit, be very careful. That is not a great strategy. That's setting yourself up to be a flea market recruiter. You don't want to be that type of recruiter who's leaving money on the table when you don't have to. Do not cheapen your brand from day one. Psychologically, it's not going to make you feel good about your business and the value that you bring to a new client or a candidate. Okay. Be, do, have. I learned that a long time ago. Be the person that you're not today. Pretend that you are that very successful recruiter, that you're a 7-figure biller. Okay. And then do all the things that a very successful recruiting agency owner would do, and then just pretend you have all those things, everything that you've wanted in life. Be, do, have. Always be in that mindset. Thanks, guys.